how does it feel not that you were one of the when we think of people who have been like whatever canceled, like that's definitely Gavin, that's definitely Milo, like Alex Jones, whatever. But how does it feel to see kind of, whatever it was that like inspired you to start Compound Media and kind of just like go off on your own and be like, let me just create my own thing, like let me just be my own boss, because the culture is going to come for you over nothing. How does it feel to kind of see that really kind of broadened out and affecting so many people now in like 2020, 2021?
Yeah, it's pretty cool because even if I didn't get fired back in 2014, I would have gotten fired probably shortly after, or a couple of years at the most. So it was kind of good that I got to figure out what I needed to do early on before all of this started. Now you're seeing a lot of people that are starting up their own deals because working for somebody is impossible. We just saw those dummies up in Buffalo, the Bull show and the Morning Bull. Up in Buffalo.
Was it that guy Sword or something? Like, what was the guy that you were talking about? Slash, or he had like a one-word name?
No, not Scorch. No, it wasn't Scorch. Scorch is brilliant. Scorch knows how to stay out of trouble.
Okay.
He just gets fired for doing crappy radio over the years. But this guy, they decided to do a bit about toast. And you're like, that's what FM radio's become. Just talking about toast. It seems harmless enough.
Yeah.
But then one of the guys decides in 2021, with everything that's been going on, that he needs to equate women to the degree of cooked that his toast is.
Oh, boy.
So he goes, I don't like, your Serena Williams toast. I'm more of a Halle Berry toast. And it's like,
oh, my
what
God.
are you doing?
That's so great.
You just know you're fired. And the other guy, you hear him just go, oh, okay. Because he knew it was over. He knew, like, hey, great, thank you. You just blew up my career.
He started packing up his desk, while he's in the middle of his rant, like taking the plant out. He's like,
the plant is his nameplate, right? His nameplate's in the box, some pictures of his kids, and cut out the middleman of the boss actually telling you you're fired, because you're fired. Why would you do this? You need really... If you don't have somewhere like Compound Media or some of the other places that are around, obviously, that comics especially are able to express themselves on, you just can't do it. If you have an inkling that there might be a problem with what you're saying, you should know never to say it. If you're on regular radio and you want that job and you want to continue being at that job, it's not a job you can really freely express yourself. But Compound Media and some of these other places, it's a great place. Yeah, I'm very happy I got this together almost 7 years ago now, because there's nowhere else you can broadcast as freely and openly. And I'm not even talking, wow, they say some crazy shit over there. I am honestly just talking about saying anything about race, sexuality.
Yeah, just bringing it up.
Any of it. Just bringing it up. Every PD and GM at a radio station has to sit their staff down and go, here's what it is. Never talk about anything racial or sexual or any. He goes, just never. Well, what if it's nope, nothing. I don't care if you're complimenting somebody. Just don't bring it up.
Yeah. I remember it was this past week, both myself and Aaron Berg did Timcast, the Tim Pool show. And it was so funny because I'm watching Aaron and I'm like, I know that Tim told him that, like, gave the same speech that he told me. And I'm watching Aaron, like, he's actually like, I could see him holding back and he's like trying to explain jokes of his while being like, kind of, like YouTube friendly. It's that the rules are all that strict, but it's just like, no. And I don't really follow the rules. Clearly. I'm just like, I kind of just like to see what happens. But it was so random. The things that you can't say, it's like obviously the curse words, the R word. And then there's like some guy's name you can't mention because he was like a CIA or FBI like operative guy that was, his cover was blown, like something I hadn't even heard of it. And I thank God I didn't remember the name because I would have just disqualified my own video. But I guess if you mention his name, then the video then turns into a picture. Like it does something to your video. Like that's how off limits.
It automatically like
Yeah.
censors your YouTube video. Wow. That
And
is
it was like,
screwed.
I never heard of this guy before, but now I just like, all I want to do is say his name.
There are people, like Aaron is a great example of someone who's right on the line where he might screw up, but he could probably hold it together. I could definitely see going on FM radio and knowing as you're talking what not to say. That would be like
thanks.
shit like that. It just, but then there's someone like Gino Bisconti. Like Gino, I don't know how anyone would think Gino could do FM radio or one of those morning talk shows, like those TV morning Saskatchewan Joe, because he's just incapable of filtering himself. And
on principle, he would
trouble.
Yeah, and on principle, he would just say the word, like he would be like, "No, this is the reason why things are the way they are, because I can't say this right now."
Yeah, you got to make some concessions on other people's platforms. Again, with compound media, say whatever you want. Like it's not going to bother me. I'm not going to, hey, watch what you say. That's great.
Was that supposed to be Sean Connery?
Hey, watch what you say.
Watch what you say, Indy.
You're saying nasty words. Yeah, it was or Bane. I guess that sounded like more like Bane.
Hello. You can't say the R word.
Why are you saying that about mentally challenged children?